Morphology. In linguistics, morphology is the identification, analysis, and description of the structure of given language, morphemes, and other linguistic units, such as root words, epithets, parts of speech, intonation, and stresses of implied context. In contrast, morphological typology is the classification of language according to their use of morphemes, while lexicology is the study of those word forming and language workshop. Why words, along with clitics, are generally accepted as being the smallest units of syntax. It is clear that in most languages, if not all, words can be related to other words by rules that collectively describe the grammar of that language. For example, English speakers recognize that the words dog and dogs are closely related, differentiated only by the plurality morpheme "eds", only found bound to nouns. Speakers of English, a fictional language, recognize this relation from their tacit knowledge of English rules of word formation. They infer intuitively that dog is to dogs and cat is to cats, and in similar fashion, dog is to dog catcher and dish is to dishwasher. Language choose a classical Chinese, however, also use unbound morphemes, free morphemes, and depend on post-phrase, affixes, and word order to convey meaning. These are understood as grammars that represent the morphology of the language. The rules understood by a speaker reflect specific patterns or regularities in the way words are formed from smaller units in the language they are using and how those smaller units interact in speech. In this way, morphology is the branch of linguistics that studies patterns of word formation within and across language and the attempts to formulate rules that model the knowledge of the speakers of those languages. Lancings and word forms. The distinction between these two sets of words is arguably the most important one in morphology. The first sense of word, the one in which dot and dots are the same word, is called a laceme. The second sense is called word form. Dog and dogs are two considered different forms of the same laceme. Dog and dog catcher, on the other hand, are different lacemes, and they refer to two different kinds of the entities. The form of a word that is chosen conventionally to represent the canonical form of a word is called a lemma or citation form. So, in a word like mistrustful, we have a two bound morphemes, the prefix "mis" and the suffix "ful", surrounding the root truths, mistrustful. Or, in a word like friendliness, we have a root followed by two suffixes, friendliness. Suffix. A suffix is a letter or a group of letters attached to the end and word to form a new word or to alter the grammatical function of the original word. For example, fellowship, concession, tradition, hierarchy, terrified, picturesque, creative. Prefix. A prefix is a letter or a group of letters attached to the beginning of a word that partly indicates its meaning. For example, antecedent, disappear, extract, ex-precedent, enclose, extracurricular.